What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. How is everyone doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. We've got a very fun day of tech news for you. Kind of fun. So let's just dive right in. Our first story of the day has to do with a new commercial that Samsung has put out about the Galaxy Z Fold 4 and making people that have iPhones. I'll link the full video down below if you want to watch it. But basically the way it goes is it shows a girl, two girls actually, two women, they both basically, one has a Galaxy Z Flip phone, the Flip 4, and then another one has an iPhone. She doesn't say an iPhone, but you know it's an iPhone. And the person that has the iPhone is kind of an eye sheep, meaning she's just following the herd. And then she sees this other girl's Galaxy Z Flip 4 and how it closes and opens, and then she starts to see all these different things in life that also open and close, from refrigerator doors to someone's hand going like this when they wave, to all kinds of different things. So it was kind of funny. Definitely check it out. And I've said it before, I just love when companies kind of go after each other in a playful way. And this is definitely super playful and kind of interesting. They're really pushing the Z Flip 4, just like they have in the past, as like a fun, playful device that will enhance your life. Because they always show it like, oh, look, you can stand up and you can take a photo. But I mean, whatever. It's kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think about it. And our last story of the day, this kind of goes hand in hand with what we spoke about yesterday, which if you didn't see my video yesterday, I highly recommend you going back and watching it. Yesterday's video, we talked about when you trade in your phone for whatever phone you do with Samsung, sometimes there's issues. There was a lot of people in the comments yesterday who were like, same thing happened to me. I did this, I did that. But basically what we talked about yesterday is someone sent in their trade-in for their Galaxy Z Fold 4, and the trade-in, quote unquote, was not what was expected, and Samsung basically wasn't going to give them the full amount, and they had to go through the customer support to get it rectified. And this is kind of the same thing, but getting a Galaxy Z Flip 4 and not liking it and returning it, and Samsung coming back and saying, you know what you sent wasn't the same thing. So let's check this out. Again, I found this from Reddit, and on Reddit, the full story goes, getting scammed by Samsung return warehouse. I bought a Flip 4 a week ago and had to return it because it was not my liking. I received an email. The return was unsuccessful. There was a video attached to the email. In the video, it shows the guy opening the box, and the box has some kind of headphones and a charger. At this point, I'm beyond pissed and fuming at what I saw. This is clearly not what I sent. Someone is scamming buyers at the Samsung warehouse. I called Samsung and they are supposedly looking into it. And here is a positive, here is hoping it's a positive outcome. I hope this hasn't happened to anyone else. And if it has, please contact them so the scumbag pulling this crap is caught. But basically what ends up being said, and I think this is probably what happened, it's not probably so much something that happened at Samsung, but it's something that happens potentially at the shipping. So this guy said, happened to me with my trade-in. It was most likely stolen from FedEx workers. Go file a police report, escalate it via Samsung chat, keep trying, and hopefully it'll get resolved. And then they said, you are right. This is the guy that started the initial conversation of what happened to him. He's saying, you are right. I just checked the return shipment and it was duplicated. Looks like it was sent to two different addresses. Too bad the moron who stole it. The phone is now locked and they have no way of activating it. So I guess the moral of this story is, if you return a device to Samsung and they say, hey, the phone's not in there, or it's a completely different device in there, your best bet is to obviously do your groundwork in terms of seeing if Samsung will just fix it on there and saying that you did send it. But also take photos and videos of you boxing it up, just like we talked about yesterday. That would be a really helpful thing. Even videos and photos of you actually dropping it off at the FedEx or UPS center of where you're dropping it off, keeping the receipts for that stuff. But then also going into UPS and checking if they actually, there's duplicated, tracking numbers, or if it went to the right location. And then also telling Samsung, hey, I did send this, I have all this proof. Maybe they'll just reverse it at that point. And then worst comes to worst, potentially filing a police report, and then telling Samsung, hey, I filed this police report. I have all this, backup information. I gave it to them, and hopefully it gets rectified with them at that point. But kind of a scary situation. I don't think Samsung's alone, obviously, in this happening to them. It probably happens to more people than not. So I would maybe, if it's a big expensive item, you might want to do this with almost everybody at that point, but definitely with Samsung, because their stuff is really, really expensive. But let me know if this has happened to you. That'll be your question today. Have you returned something to Samsung or somebody else? The company has got it, and then they said, hey, that's not what you're supposed to be returning. It's something completely different or is lost in the mail. Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.